Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is Unreal World, and we are here today for another episode out in the middle of the wilderness where it is cold, and we are not prepared to survive this winter yet. No, we have very limited food. In fact, we have no food. If I click the button, nothing happens, so that's not good. But nonetheless, we are determined to survive, so we're going to zoom out here and take a little look around here. Let's take a peek inside our inventory. Okay, I do have a skin on me. Yeah, I need to finish this real quick. I think we probably... Did we eat the animal? Yeah, we probably ate the meat that was there with it, didn't we? Yeah, unfortunately we did. Looking out at the traps, too. Doesn't appear there's anything in these particular traps, but that's okay. Like I said, let's finish off this little piece of leather. Oh, shoot. Oh, dang. I just realized I'm cold. I'm sorry. I should have started a fire. That's a huge mistake right there. We could have frozen. So it is about evening, it looks like. Let's go ahead and get a big roaring fire going. There we go. Late afternoon. Yeah, good enough. We're tired. We're going to have to sleep here, obviously. So let's take a quick peek at the world map here. We are. And if we zoom in a little bit here, you can see our characters right at this location, represented by the red circle. The X's are all our shelters we've got. Oh, there's an extra X right here because we found big old berry patch, that's what it was. Yeah, berries and some birds there, so we want to set some traps. So we got a few shelters strategically placed, so despite the cold, hopefully we can do some traveling as long as we go from shelter to shelter. Who knows, maybe we'll encounter a deer in between one of those trips, right? That's the idea. And we've got traps set at each one, too, so we might get some birds throughout the winter, too. Or if we're really lucky, another fox. I think we do have a fox fur here. Yeah, we've got one winter Arctic fox fur. That's the biggest animal we've caught and killed so far is the fox. Oh my god. We desperately need another one too because we do not have any gloves right now. So that's a big issue. You can get frostbite in the game, so you got to watch that. Now, of course, we're okay right now. We don't have any injuries. I'm watching it closely, but it'll, of course, alert you too. It'll say you've got frostbite in your hand. So there's a cure for it. You can cure it, but you don't want to go through that. So anyway, let's get him a little drink too. I think he's getting thirsty. This will give him a chance to warm up by the fire. We're gonna have to get see if we can carve a bowl at some point. I don't know though if we can chop up the wood properly. We're kind of stuck with a very limited supply of tools. But the good news is we do have a mod installed here, which allows us to craft all kinds of stuff. So carpentry. Oh, look at this cask, keg, wooden tub. Now, obviously, not this stuff's not going to necessarily be easier to do than a bowl, but there's tons of options here. We might have look at this shelves, closet, chest. Oh, this is crazy. We can make a real like house, a wooden dollhouse, drum set. This is cool. All right. Well, a lot of that stuff, I mean, we can only get to it if we survive, right? So that's the hard part. Now, let's see. We are trying to warm up here. Let me look at my feet. What do I got again? We got bone arrowheads. We've been working on that. I also made some strips of leather so that in case we get to make some clothing, hopefully that will be, usable for sewing material. Got a bunch of cords. I almost feel like maybe we can start to think about. Whoops. Yeah, I just saw it. The bowstring. This is what we really need to get here. Or thin cordage. I think maybe the. Oh, let me drop those feathers. I think maybe this leather strip here will work. I've got fine leather cord and a 15-foot leather cord. Let's pick those up and try those. I don't know if this will work. Let's give it a try. Oh, it works. Oh my god. Okay, so we just made a bowstring. We got a rough one though. Crap a do. Well, I mean it is what it is. Let's see, we've got it. Where is it? Rough bowstring. Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of was the missing ingredient for a bow. See, we've got these two options. The spruce quick bow, which is like the worst of the worst. Or the primitive hunting, which I think is a step up from the worst of the worst. Let's check this one again. I have to give up some of my fur, some bone. I don't know if we have enough bone. I turned a lot of it into arrowheads, not knowing. Let's see here. No, I don't think we do. I don't actually see any bone here except for the arrowheads themselves now, so I guess he used all of it. I thought there was a little piece left, but I guess not. No worries, no worries. That just means we got to kill something else, right? Okay, well, good morning, everybody. It is morning, although late night it says let's sleep a little bit more. Okay, so we're fully rested right now. It's after midnight, so let's do some crafting. Actually, let's stoke that fire up a little bit. Don't want it to go out while we're doing it. I'm going to put 200 branches in there because we got a lot of those. Very good. Okay, now I decided to just go ahead and make the spruce quick bow. It's the worst of the worst, but it's better than zero. And I did make a second bowstring, hoping to get a better one, but I ended up with just two rough ones. So bit of a waste there, but we'll use that one to make the next level of bow once we get it. Hey, we ended up with a decent spruce bow nonetheless. Look, spruce quick bow. All right. Whoops, now I want to switch it. So we've got, can I wield the javelin too? Yeah, okay. So we've got the quick bow, but we don't have any arrows for it, so it's in my hand, but we've got the javelin as well for throwing purposes. So, I mean, that's good, but we need some arrows now. And I'm not sure. As I remember, there was a material I couldn't figure out how to make. Arrow shaft. So when I go to make arrow shafts, it says arrow shaft blank. And I don't know. Do I need some actual branches? Let's pick up some branches here. We'll try 10 of those. Okay. No. Repeat. See, the mod itself I'm not super familiar with. I've only ever played with it once, and it was a long time ago, so it hasn't... Well, it's been updated a lot, and added to and stuff like that, so... let me play around with it, see if I can figure out how to make an arrow shaft blank. Okay, so, well, it helps if you do a little reading, as I've said before, but I never learned that lesson. Here, down at the bottom, it says it here. Either leaf tree saplings or wood slats work as shaft blanks. Wood slats are lumber you can make by yourself. Leaf tree saplings, those we'll have to go and get, I think, because the slats we need boards for, and we can't do that without an axe, so I think we're stuck with the saplings. Okay, well, I went out and searched the trees. It's pretty tough because it's still very dark out there, so I was inhibited, but I only found two. Now, I did pull up a bunch of spruce saplings, but I don't think those are going to work because spruce are needles. They have needles. And it said... What did it say? Well, let's just try them. We've got them, so let's try it now. Let's do arrow shaft. We'll do one. Try spruce. Nope, that didn't work. Birch? Birch works, yep. So it did specify that specific kind there. It says leaf tree saplings. So I guess for whatever reason, like pine tree saplings don't work. It's got to be a leaf tree, like a birch. All right, well, we just need to go look for some of those. That's pretty awesome, though. It makes use of, the different kinds of materials, so you got to be a little bit more careful in your harvesting. I like that. Okay, guys, well, check it out. I did some long searching out there in the forest, and I managed to come away with enough little saplings to make 6 arrow shafts and 2 inferior arrow shafts, which we're going to use all 8 of these no matter what. But I think it's better right now to go at... We've got some... It's noon. I just need to rest a slight bit because we did some crafting. I'm going to drop some of these things here that I don't need. And I think we ought to take advantage of the warmth of the day, the noonday sun, and get out there and see if we can't find something. I mean, we've got the bow. I'm going to drop the bow because we don't need to bring it. But the javelins, we've got enough of those. Let's try a little hunting just with the javelins. Also look at the traps. Let's just peek at them. Not to mention we've got traps everywhere else, too. We can check them, so... Let's head north a bit here, looking out to see if there's anything that pops up. Of course, we've got ourselves a shelter here. Let's just peek in. A couple of traps and nothing in them. All right, let's move. Still see berry bushes, though. That's crazy. We've picked those, but I see it's getting late already. Probably going to have to sleep it. Now, this is the location we saw some birds here and a bunch of berries, but let's stop here. There's also traps here, but I don't see anything. Nope, we got a big trap at this location too. Sadly, nothing though. Darn it. Well, maybe I can spend a little bit more time here because we're tired, but the warmth is still good and solid. And visibility's good. Damn, it's only late afternoon. All right, let's push ourselves. You know what? Let's get out of this shelter. Let's move south now, back towards our main base. I mean, it's dark. It's like evening, but visibility's still good. I kind of want to go push southward. We're comfortably warm. Oh, we're getting cold. We're not too far, though. Because there's one. Yeah, here it is. The shelter here. It's got some traps. Let's head. They're not too far. Let's look. Okay. There's some droppings right here. Dude, that means that hare has probably relatively been through relatively recently if there's droppings on the ground. Wow. All right, well, we're going to stay the night here. You can see I've got a little bit of wood on the floor. Just been leaving this about, but no worries. It's good for us. We'll grab it, bring it back to the shelter. Of course, we don't have anything to eat, but we can definitely get a fire going. So that's the benefit here, but it's going to be another hard night to get through. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Ooh, all right. Good morning, everybody. Like I said, it was a tough one. You can see his starvation bar is starting to get pretty big. Yeah, if this reaches the top, this run is over. And I tell you what, just a couple of handfuls of birds here and there is not going to cut it. We've got to get these arrows, and we've got to find something. I mean, we can't venture out. I might have to go and maybe try and steal something from the civilization. We don't really have anything to trade. That might be our last final ditch effort, because if we do look at the map real quick, so you can see we're literally right now, in fact, inside of this white cultural boundary here. This is the Owl tribe. Pretty sure that village right there is an owl village. Now, these people are well known for their furs. They always have furs in their villages for sure. Like, we could easily get like 10 pounds of fur, just grab one and go or something. The hard part is, getting out of there alive. Now, once we make it out of the village, we're scot free. We don't have to worry about them hunting us or anything like that. We just probably shouldn't go back to that village. But I don't know if they even, like, the rest of the culture might be totally fine with this. I think it'll be just that village, but I'm not sure about that. I haven't done a lot of thievery. Like I said, though, it might be a last resort because we are close to these people. And of course, with our person here, he is a very antisocial character. He was captured as a child and taken into slavery, so he doesn't like people, no matter who they are. Whether or not they're the owl tribe and they believe themselves to be good, he doesn't know that. He just shies away from them. So maybe it's in character for him. Worst comes to worst, because if we did get a little bit of fur and we got some bow and arrows on us, we can do some traveling. We can actually get out of this area and move farther into the wilderness, get somewhere deeper where there definitely going to be some more game, probably. So, well, we've checked the traps here. Nothing's in these four for this morning, so let's zoom out. We've got a nice big open field here in front of us. When I saw this area, I was really hopeful of running into something here eventually, but see, it says my hand feels cold too. That's not good. I mean, we definitely have to get some gloves. All right, there's nothing. Just nothing at all popping up. Man. Oh, boy. All right, well, the hands are feeling cold. We got to get back to another shelter, so let's head over to this one. At some point, it's just going to pop up and say we have frostbite if we're not careful. All right, we made it back. Let me just quick peek at the traps. Nothing. All right, let's get a fire started. We've got to get this fire lit so that he can warm himself up a little bit. We don't have to worry about the frostbite so much. Okay, very good. We are sweaty again, which is a good thing. So let's zoom out again. I mean, we've got to push it. There's not much to do. Let's plan our trip, though, real quick. So we just came from down here. We're right here now. We can do a little loop. We can go back this way and check these here. You know what? Actually, hold on. I got a better idea. Real quick. Let me jump in here. Move my cursor a little bit. So what do I got on me? Oh, this is not me. Okay, I've got very little on me. I'm still carrying that bowstring, though. Let me drop that. It's not very weighty, but I just don't need to keep it on me. So I'm going to grab some ingredients for some traps. Let's grab 3 stones. And I'm going to need some sticks here, or branches, I should say. I'll grab like 10 of those just to have enough. And 3 slender trunks. I'm just doing the small light lever traps. This first one here, light lever trap, that's what we've got mostly around us, if you'll see. So I'm thinking about putting those in that location we've got marked here on the map that say berries, because we did come across a pretty significant bush, or field of bushes, basically. So, with that said, let's head north and see what we can do. We'll make a little loop here. Stopping by, in case our hands are feeling cold, which they are, instantly. As soon as he steps out, they're instantly cold. You can see there's a couple traps here, but nothing. All right, we'll move. Don't spend a lot of time at that location, but that's okay. It's good to have it there, obviously. All right, so let's see if we can't get these traps placed real quick before our hands go numb. See, look at this place. There's wood. There's trees everywhere. For a marshland, this is a lot of trees. And I haven't picked any of these bushes yet. We could literally come back here and get a night's worth of food. Now, again, it's not going to be much in terms of starvation. It'll help us sleep more soundly because our belly will be full, but in terms of curing our starvation, not going to help. Somebody did tell me in the comments, too, I should mention this, that there are some kinds of vegetation in the game that you can eat that will, like, prevent you from starving. I said, like, you have to have meat, but apparently there are some that you can pick and cultivate which will prevent it, but I'm just not familiar with which they are. Like, I think he said one of them was clayweed, which is like a rare herb, basically. So, I mean, it's still difficult. You're going to need to eat meat. That's for sure. All right, I might pick some of these. I'm just worried about the hands. I mean, it's not the end of the world. If we get the frostbite, we can cure it. We're just kind of stuck to the fire. We can't really go out too much if we have frostbite in our hands. Look, there's a freaking bird right there. Okay, I don't want to interrupt my berry picking, but we'll just zoom out. Let's leave it. We've got our traps right here in front of us, so let's leave this spot. I'll leave the X there just so I remember it. It's kind of off in the middle of nowhere anyway, so. Here we are, back at our little shelter up north. Nothing in the traps, darn it. What do we have here at our feet? If I had some stones, I'd put a few more traps here. This seems like a decent spot, too. Ah, well, let's get some water. He's getting thirsty. And, I mean, we do have something to eat now. We've got 8 berries. You know what? I should save those, and in the morning, we should probably go back and bait those traps. Actually, we don't need to wait till the morning. Let's start a fire, warm up a bit, and then we'll go back there real quick. Okay, we are back here. Now, here's the thing is these things are set on some berry bushes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the berries, and then I'm just going to put one little fistful. So we'll get an extra fistful or two by picking the bush, and then just leaving one berry behind, basically, essentially. So that way we're kind of cheating the animal. Because I think if you just build it on top of the bush, then boom, technically it's already baited. You're good to go. But like I said before, you don't have to bait these in order to have success. It's not necessary. It helps, I'm sure, but I've had plenty of success with unbaited traps before. Really, I think most of it comes down to, are there animals in that area? If you're setting bait on the top of, or you're setting traps on the top of a mountain, for instance, where you've never seen an animal in your life and you're putting all kinds of good bait in it, you're just not going to have much luck no matter what. But here we go. We're weary. We're warm, though, so I'm going to pick the rest of these berries, basically clear out this area, so if any animals do come through here, like the birds, they'll be basically forced to go to our traps, hopefully, if they want some food. Let's see. Oh, we're getting extremely tired. Okay, that's when you get extremely tired, that's pretty much time to call it quits, because the next stage is like you're going to fall down and just pass out. So you can say I got the fire still lit here. This place actually needs some wood. In the morning when we wake up, I might have to just spend a couple hours getting wood. But oh, look at this. We can fill our belly. Wow, that's amazing. All right, so I just ate like 10 handfuls of berries there. Let's go to bed. Look how easy it is to sleep. Oh, he woke up, though. He thinks he saw something in the distance. That's all right, buddy. Just go back to bed. Just forget about it. All right, let's finish off the berries. Might as well. What do we got? We got 4 handfuls left. Well, maybe we should go back to that field and just pick everything else. But like I said, visibility is still not perfect, so I'm going to chop down a few of these bundles of trees. Just leave them in the field. We'll get them the next time we come through here, and we need firewood, basically. Oh my God, guys. Do you see it? Look at that right there. There it is. Salvation in the form of a moose, an elk-shaped figure in the distance there. Oh, that's it right there. So, look at our condition. It's not great at all. We're at negative 57, total of negative 60 because of starvation mostly. I've got my javelins. We didn't end up making any arrowheads yet, or arrows themselves yet, I should say. So we're stuck with throwing and attrition. Now, by attrition, of course, I mean just chasing it down till it gets exhausted, which is going to be a chore for us because it's tough. So let's do it. Enough said. Let's get into this hunt, man. This is going to be nuts if we can actually get this. Come on, there it is. It's not even too far from our shelter. Okay, okay. Come on, give me a lucky throw. Oh my god, look how close it is. We're squared off with it right in front. It can clearly see me. I'm going to take the javelin I got in my hand. It's rough, but that's the best we got. Go for it. Right in the face. Difficult shot, but we can do it. Oh, close, close. Okay, it's got to zoom out. Have to zoom out whenever I'm hunting here. Now, we got a choice. We can sprint out. First things first, let's just look at it. It's a small bull elk. That's okay. We'll take it. So it's not fatigued or anything, though. Not wounded, obviously. I'm just going to start chasing it. I'm not going to sprint, but I'm just going to follow it. Good. It's leaving nice, clear tracks. See that? All right, let's grab our little javelin. I only grabbed it because it was right next to me, so I'm not too worried about it. If we lose it, we lose it. Let's keep these tracks inside. Okay, there it is. It's right in front of us. Let's take a look. I like to just get in the habit of always look at it every time. Starting to get a little fatigued. That's great. Okay, so let's keep the pressure on it. We want to scare it now at this point. Make sure that it runs and starts to sprint away, okay? It's turned its back to me. Let's take another throw at it. Why not? These rough javelins don't mean much to me. Once we get the arrows up, we're good. Oh, I was close. It turned around. Let me wield another one. Now let's step towards it. Get kind of in line with it. Oh, okay, it's taken off. No big deal. Let's follow it. I'm going to try and grab that other javelin. Okay, it's leaving a lot of tracks here, but we know which way it went. There it is. All right, let's look at it. It's probably the same fatigue level. Yep, still just a little bit. So we want to see it get to, it looks fatigued. Instead of a little bit, we want it to get to full fatigue level. So let's keep the pressure on it. Actually, what we want is for it to say breathless, because then we can like walk right up to it, basically. But let's keep going. Okay, it's running. Let's keep the pressure on it. I could sprint at this point, which is a good, it's a good way to really, really pressure it. But I'm not really that afraid of losing it, so to speak, because we're in a nice open field. Dear God, I hope we are. Did you see it was laying down, actually? It was trying to get some rest right there. That's why you want to keep the pressure on him. Still a little bit fatigued. Perfect. Let's try and sneak up behind it. Stealth? No, it can see me somehow. Okay. I'm still going to take a toss here. Use the one you got in your hand. Ooh, hit the tree. I'll go ahead and grab another one from my pocket. Okay, he's running. Let's follow him. Pick up the javelin. Going into stealth just because. Slows us down, but we know where he's at. These tracks. Oh no. Oh no. You see the elevation in the land right here? This right here instantly tells me there's probably a tree line behind him. He's coming up to a forest. Worst of all possibilities right there. Yep, and now that I think about it, I remember there is a big forest behind where he's at, so I'm going to try and move with him, maybe get around him, force him back into the open, He's kind of moving with me, though. Bro, you want to go that direction? I don't know what he's doing. Damn it. See, he's heading towards the freaking tree line. Oh, no. No. Hold on, let me look at him one last time before we lose sight of him in the trees. He's just a little bit fatigued still. Damn it. Yeah, see that elevation change right there? Always means there's trees. Hell, sometimes they don't go in there. They'll just kind of skirt it and then maybe go, oh, there's another open section. Maybe we'll get lucky. He did go into him, but, oh, there he is. Look, so he came out the other side and he ran off. Oh, that is beautiful. Let's keep going. We're not out of this hunt yet. That is beautiful. We're right below him. All right, let's get a shot on him. Let's throw it. He's sprinting away, but we might get lucky. Let's at least wound him. Come on. Oh, damn. That was close. All right. He's going. He's going. I don't like all these elevation changes, but it looks like he's kind of... Oh, no. Where's he going? Oh, he's heading into the trees again. Oh, look at this. He's all up in those trees now. Damn it. See, the tracks go right in there. Maybe if we can spot him. I hate trying to track them into the trees, though. It's nearly impossible. Unless they're literally like breathless, if they're at the stage where you can, outpace them at a walking, that's not going to happen. You got to turn and look too much and backtrack to search for the right tracks. And even if you're right next to them, sometimes you don't know it because there are trees in the way. God damn. So the best thing to do at this point is probably to back out. All right. And return to this spot right here. Give it a time or two. Move in and out a little bit. He doesn't have to appear. Okay. Well, let's go back out to the field where it's nice and clear. Now let's move around. We're still warm. Our endurance is as good as it's going to get. Let's move up and down the tree line here. Kind of backtrack. Maybe encounter the spot where we lost him originally. Come up the tree line. I think we're farther south than we were initially. Zoom back out. Just kind of move around. Damn, it's getting darker. We should be in stealth mode, though. You never know. You can just get lucky sometimes, run across them. Just moving around, looking for the last place we saw him. He could be long gone at this point. If he just chose to head off into the forest and not turn back, he could be deep into here. But then again, maybe he was, I don't know, trying to get a drink out here or something. Damn. Wow. Whoa, that was super close. So unlucky. Let's see. Okay, we are hiding. Oh, what was that? That was like up bird. No worries. At least there's some birds here. I mean, it's not total deadness, right? I haven't given up, though. I'm going to keep looking until it gets too cold and too dark for me. So let me keep at it for a bit. Of course, if I find him, I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, well, I haven't spotted him. I am back to the location where we saw him last, though, go into the trees, and I noticed there's fresh droppings right here. I don't know if that was from when we were chasing him or if he's come out since then and left those, but this is the exact spot where we lost him, up in the trees, just up here to the north a little bit, right here. This is the trail. This is it, where we went in a little bit and looked for him. Let's zoom back out real quick. Damn. Well, the best we can do now is to hit F6, and I'm going to add a mark. Okay, I'll just put elk there, right at this exact location, pretty darn close to it, because it is too dark now. Even if I saw him at this point, visibility is such that I probably wouldn't even be able to chase him effectively. So I haven't given up. We're definitely going to go back there tomorrow. We just got to do the same thing again, light our fire, eat our little bit of berries. We got a few, not enough, but it's going to be a rough night. Hopefully it's a good morning. There's a lot riding on that little elk we just saw, so we might be able to get it back, guys. Wish me luck. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the content so far. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Hey everybody, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to my newest Patreon supporters. Thank you very much. And if you'd like to support my work, check the link in the description below.